This is a map of Southeast Asia, and if we zoom in here, you'll see Malaysia and Singapore, countries with extremely close ties in business, tourism and culture. Those ties mean that over 350,000 residents travel back and forth between the two countries over this causeway every day, making it one of the busiest crossings in the world. And even though both these countries are very close geographically, it's not exactly a short and straightforward task to get between them. In ideal circumstances, the journey should take about 20 minutes or so. Instead, the commute time can take up to 4 hours and is frequently disrupted by delays, traffic, and long border checkpoint queues. But that's all about to change. These two countries are building the RTS Link, a brand new $3 billion railway crossing that's going to be key to easing congestion and streamlining that immigration process. It just might be one of the most crucial construction projects in the world. With so many businesses and people relying on this commute every day, the economies of both countries really need this project to help speed up the route. This is how construction teams are building one of this region's most anticipated railway links between two of its closest nations. Malaysia and Singapore are close and enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship. Residents often travel between the two for work, to see friends and family, or to buy cheaper goods and services. To do that, they need to go across the water and use one of these two crossings: the Johor-Singapore Causeway or the Malaysia-Singapore Second Link. Now, the second link was built to ease congestion on the incredibly busy 1-kilometre causeway back in the 1990s. But today, both aren't enough, and frustrated commuters are feeling the effects. To try and cut travel times, the two countries are now building the RTS Link, a 4-kilometre rail link between Johor in Malaysia and Woodlands in Singapore across the Strait of Johor. Touted as a game changer for both nations, the project was first put forward back in 2010, but construction initially faced a series of delays and didn't start chugging along until almost a decade later. It's now expected to reach completion by 2026. At peak capacity, the new RTS Link will carry 10,000 passengers every hour. The train can reach speeds up to 80 km an hour, with the journey taking about 6 minutes in total. New stations on either side are going to provide single-point immigration with a joint customs system to reduce wait times. That way, commuters will only need to be processed upon entry instead of on both sides. You see, when you're carrying up to 10,000 passengers an hour, every second counts, especially when those passengers include the businessmen and women working to supercharge the economies of both countries. For the last 30 years, Southeast Asian tech gurus and entrepreneurs have been building massive generational wealth. They've achieved this partly through non-traditional assets like fine arts, which has demonstrated price appreciation that has outperformed more traditional assets. Don't believe us? Well, this QR code right here will unlock the high-powered world of art investing for you too. That's because this code takes you straight to our sponsors at Masterworks. It's the art investing platform that sold over $54 million worth of art and distributed the profits to its tens of thousands of investors, some of whom didn't actually know anything about art. Over 900,000 users have signed up so far, and that number is growing by the day. And with offerings from legends like Picasso, Basquiat and Banksy, shares of some paintings have sold out in minutes. But since so many of the B1M subscribers have signed up so far, you can still skip the waitlist and start investing today by going to the QR code on screen or by visiting masterworks.art/B1M. With that, let's get back to that railway. Now, most of the track is being built on overwater viaducts, with a short portion routing into an underground tunnel on the Singapore side. Here's how it's all being constructed. The viaduct functions as the primary route of the rail link, with each country overseeing distinct sections of the project. In this case, the bridge is going to be supported by a series of arches and built to carry the railway tracks. When complete, the segments are going to stand 25 metres above the Strait of Johor. Over on the Singapore side, they're building 12 piers to hold up its 730-metre stretch of the viaduct, 3 on land and 9 over the water. At the base of each pier are pile caps, which are thick concrete mats that serve as the foundation. Each of these mats is supported underneath by boring 161 piles to a depth of 30 metres. Altogether, 207 precast concrete segments are being lifted and installed to link the 12 piers, each weighing in at around 180 tonnes. During construction, Singaporean workers accessed these piers by using boats and barges, but over on the Malaysian side, a very different method was deployed. Instead, workers built a temporary trestle bridge, a type of bridge with short spans supported by frames. This created a walkway, allowing them to approach the piers directly. In December 2023, a major milestone on the project was reached. Workers installed the drop-in span, a 17.1 metre concrete structure connecting the Singaporean and Malaysian piers and creating a new link between these nations. The 340-ton piece was first built on site and then carefully lowered onto temporary steel bearings that were connecting both piers. Once the span was in place, workers removed the steel structures and installed safety barriers around the edges. This milestone marks not only a significant engineering accomplishment, but a symbolic link between the two countries. With around 65% of the work finished on either side so far, workers are staying on track to complete this portion of the project before handing it off to rail operators who'll be involved in designing the actual track and train car technology. When it completes, the new RTS link is going to be truly revolutionary, bringing in a new era of connectivity and convenience for both Singapore and Malaysia. Authorities project it will alleviate about 35% of congestion on current crossings, offering a highly anticipated reprieve to those weary commuters. But the railway is more than a solution towards breaking up the traffic jams. It's a project that really symbolises the powerful ties between these two nations. Much like other projects such as the Gordie Howe Bridge or Female Belt Tunnel, the RTS link serves as testament to how construction can enhance connections and really champion unity across borders. This video was sponsored by Masterworks. You can skip their waitlist at the link below. Don't forget that we're inspiring the next generation of builders through our investment into Brickborrow, a fantastic LEGO subscription service. You can learn more and get started today over at brickborrow.com. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to get more from the definitive video channel for construction, make sure you subscribe to the B1M.